Coulda, woulda, shoulda, know I gotta do it. You just wanna talk that body language.
At guard, 6'2".
GA, this has all the makings of a high-scoring contest. We've got two outstanding offensive teams.
Both very skilled at shooting the ball, but that's exactly why this game will be decided by stops. Defense wins against teams who are elite scoring it.
And checking out Minnesota's opening lineup. The big men on the floor for him, Randall and Gobert. The wingmen, Edwards and McDaniel. And it's DiVincenzo in at the 1 spot. Now here's Randall. Over Williams. Launches a 3. A nice shot by McDaniel.
Look, when McDaniels can hit the 3, that really helps their spacing.
Outside Williams. Outside, Dort. And a wide open look for Gilgeous-Alexander. Sinks the triple.
Matching baskets from the perimeter, an earmark of today's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
Here's Dort. Out of bounds. Minnesota takes possession.
Minnesota ball.
DiVincenzo against SGA. And Randall throws it down.
And when Randall gets rolling on the drive, there's almost no stopping him. His size and athleticism are going to get him to the hoop.
And good depth for the Timberwolves. It can be challenging sometimes, Stan, choosing who plays and who sits.
Well, Kevin, that's the kind of problem you want as a coach. But they've traded away a lot of draft capital to assemble this roster. Now it's about paying them to keep them together.
Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Hartenstein with the screen on DiVincenzo. The shot's good from Gilgeous-Alexander.
The classic combo guard. Gilgeous-Alexander is effective in the two-man game, especially on that first option, taking it himself.
Now, here's George. Anthony Edwards unable to get his last shot to go in. Williams passes to Hartenstein. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead there. The Timberwolves have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Fires the 3. Dort misses. Edwards finds McDaniel. Deflects the pass. Holmgren with the steal. Gilgeous-Alexander deciding where to go with it. And it's blocked. What a play as he just snatches the shot out of midair. And there's the call on Lou Dort. That is his first foul of the game.
Personal foul. First team foul.
We're about 3 minutes into this first quarter. Took him no time at all on that one.
Well, I'd say any play with Edwards on the finishing end has a good chance of succeeding.
Now we'll hear from Allie LaForce, and she's got a story for us. An update. Allie?
Mark Dagnall gave me a few minutes to catch up with him. Unsurprisingly, the conversation turned to Rudy Gobert. Let's be honest, he's scary, Coach said about the 7-footer. He hinted their strategy might involve trying to, quote, lure Rudy out of the paint so he's not there to slap away our layups. Maybe some tricky play here to try and push Gobert out of his comfort zone. Back to you, Kevin.
Terrific, Allie. We appreciate the report.
Well, the strength of Gobert allows him to finish through contact better than most guys.
And some changes here for the Timberwolves. Reed comes in for Randall. And it's Dosunmu in for Dante DiVincenzo. Now, here's Dort. Still without a basket. Outside, SGA. And he's good on the 3-ball. SGA's got a pair of threes now in the first quarter for the Thunder. Edwards with it. He's picked up by Gilgeous-Alexander. And it's blocked by SGA. And slam dunk by SGA.
Oh, how about the slam there from Gilgeous-Alexander? He loves getting that type of positioning down low.
Edwards dishes to McDaniels. Beyond the arc. Drops in the tray.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Stan Nasreed is a much-beloved player with the Timberwolves, the 2024 Sixth Man of the Year award winner.
Yeah, he is, Kevin. I'm not sure the fans in Minnesota love anyone more than they love Nasreed, not even Anthony Edwards. They appreciate his consistency, the effort he brings every night, the energy, and yeah, the charisma on top of all the skill.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now.
And the free throw line was a problem spot for him in their last game. Really struggled up there.
Looking at who's out there now for the Thunder. Wiggins is checked in for Holmgren. And it's Cason Wallace in for George. Wallace the pass to SGA. Oklahoma City moving it around. Wallace misses. Minnesota's gone 2 of 2 from three-point range here in the first quarter. For three, Edwards. Wiggins with the rebound. A chance at a 2-for-1 if they want it.
If I'm them, I try it.
Gilgeous-Alexander. And the dunk by SGA.
And this is SGA's role. He's out here to score and score often.
Edwards looking it over. Drills the three-pointer. Edwards got 7 points.
Well, he can beat you in a lot of ways. Very challenging to defend.
2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. 5 to shoot. To the inside. Here's Hartenstein. And that comes off the assist by SGA. Hartenstein's got his second basket of the game. And here's Edwards from the arc. No good on that one. And a high-scoring first quarter. Both teams really filling it up. Minnesota on top, leading by a point. And for 2K Sports, we'll be back here at Paycom Center. And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for the Timberwolves.
Well, the coaching staff's game plan is very clear. Move the ball on the perimeter and shoot the shots with no hesitation.
And I really liked how they moved the ball tonight. Because of this selfless approach, they are piling up the assists.
Cason Wallace is out there with Wiggins. Then there's Isaiah Joe. Then it's Williams. And it's Mitchell in at the point. That's the group for Oklahoma City getting going here in the second. Reed misses.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be because he is so strong in the paint.
Mitchell kicks to Wiggins. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead. The Timberwolves leading. Whoops, anticipated the pass. Turnover. It's Joe on the wing, defended by Dosunmu. Jacks up a three, and again, it's Oklahoma City with a three. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for Oklahoma City.
Well, our coaching staff has to be happy with how active they've been defensively, forcing turnovers and making the offense uncomfortable.
And they've also done a great job turning defense into offense tonight, creating turnovers and capitalizing on the other end.
And so Mark Daigneault calls a timeout. He's going to make some adjustments to the game plan. A different look for Oklahoma City. Chet Holmgren, he's checked in for Wiggins. Dort comes in for Isaiah Joe. And SGA's subbed in for Mitchell. Dort passes to Wallace. And again, Oklahoma City, no good. Minnesota's gotten both of their three-point attempts to go down here in the second quarter. Reed finds Randall. Offline with his three. And so it's Dort with it. He brings it up for the Oklahoma City Thunder. They trail by one. Pass to SGA. A three-pointer, no good.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
And Randall throws it down.
Not enough defense there. Allowing Randall to get that close is a recipe for disaster.
Conley against Gilgeous-Alexander. A rebound by the Timberwolves.
Yeah, you expect him to make those. Good look. Just couldn't find the mark.
And here we go. Here's Wallace. Off on the layup.
Wow. Missed the easy one right there, right at the rim, but came up empty.
Conley's shot is off. Thunder trailing by 3. On the wing, Gilgeous-Alexander. Defended by Dosunmu. The kick out to Williams. And a great assist by Gilgeous-Alexander as that one goes in. Williams has got 6 here in this quarter. And timeout called by Chris Finch. This now will give him a chance to discuss some potential changes. Hartenstein's checked in for the Thunder. So, Stan, when it comes to preparing your team for a game, as a coach, what are the main things you're trying to get across?
Well, look, Kevin, I think the main things is you've got to decide what the main things are. And when you've got maybe an hour to prepare a team for a game, they're not going to be able to go through everything you would like them to know. But you got to decide. You got to prioritize. These are the 2 or 3 things we've got to get done tonight, and you've got to have a clear understanding of those.
Randall kicks to Gobert. Back to Randall. This one for 3. Oh, and he almost had a 4-point play right there. He'll go to the line with a chance for 3.
And the physicality of Randall's game, impressive. It's what earns him those calls.
And he hits the first of 3. Jalen Williams is checked in for Cason Wallace. That one is no good. And he nails the 3rd. And here in the second quarter of action as we approach 4 minutes played. Williams dishes to Holmgren. Outside, Dort. Holmgren sets the screen for Dort. Outside, SGA.
2 minutes remaining in the first half.
Second chance shot. Gobert with the block.
And when Gobert is playing with this kind of aggression on that end, there aren't many better at defending.
Edwards shooting fearlessly from the arc.
And he gives up some size on that play, but the defender fails to close the gap.
Well, that's the best way to neutralize that size advantage, making defend out on the perimeter.
Matching baskets from the perimeter, an earmark of today's game.
Sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
Gobert gets the bucket.
Well, it's exactly what Gobert wants offensively. He wants to attack at the closest range possible.
And Holmgren the bucket on the assist from Gilgeous-Alexander. SGA's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Randall surveying the D. And slam dunk by Gobert.
Not stopping that. Gobert from there is right around 100%.
Now, Gilgeous-Alexander. 12 points for him. And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet weren't set on that screen. Easy call.
Look, you can get away with a lot in terms of screens today. But you can't make it that obvious.
And the Thunder making a switch here. Wallace is checked in. The Timberwolves also with the sub. Dozumu's checked in. Got it. Edwards converts for 2.
Well, when Edwards gets this hot, all an opponent can hope to do is limit the damage.
It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game. And play stops. Whistle on what looks to be an illegal screen. And the Thunder making a switch here. Joe's checked in. Timberwolves leading by 8. Dosunmu, the pass to Gobert. Here's McDaniels. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Shoots over DiVincenzo. Gilgeous-Alexander can't get it to go. And so it's Minnesota in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter. Their defense has been terrific in this game. We'll return shortly. And if you're just joining us in this one, first half is in the books, 1 half to go. You know, Anthony Edwards has been exceptional here, guys.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
Yeah, I'd love to see what they drew up in the locker room, because you're right. He's the problem right now.
And on the floor for Chris Finch as we get into the second half. The wingmen, Edwards and McDaniels. The big men on the floor for him, Randall and Gobert. And it's DiVincenzo in at the point.
Well, he's got a great stroke. That one almost dropped.
The key thing, Coach, that Dante DiVincenzo brings to a team is that coveted 3-and-D skill set.
I agree with that, Kevin, but he brings so much more. He can now play off the dribble and make plays for others. And I think the most underrated thing on a lot of players who become great is Dante DiVincenzo is both very smart and very tough.
And once Holmgren gets the ball in there, he can finish in so many ways.
Edwards finds Gobert. Timberwolves passing it around. Off target from outside. Thunder trailing by 6. From deep, SGA. Julius Randle with the rebound. Minnesota's gone past the three-point line for 13 of their shots, 6 of 13.
Yeah, credit the defense there, not allowing the easy layup.
Holmgren outside. Off target with his 3. Minnesota leading by 6. Right around a minute and a half played here in the third quarter. Randall against Holmgren. Shot clock at 6. Edwards kicks to McDaniel. That's in, coming off the assist from Edwards. Edwards got 3 assists in the game. And so Mark Daigneault calls a timeout. Coach is going to talk some things over with the team. Might be seeing something to adjust. SGA against McDaniel. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Williams for 3. The Thunder with another miss. For Minnesota, they've gotten just one of their first 4 shots to fall since coming out of the locker room at the break. And Edwards with the stuff.
Well, look, you can't let Edwards get this close to the rim because he will dunk it on you.
And Gilgeous-Alexander's got the ball here for the Oklahoma City Thunder. It's a 10-point game. Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone. And it's blocked, and they get it back. Here's Hartenstein, and there it is for him. Hartenstein's got 6.
The second chance points are all about a lack of effort defensively. Those buckets would drive me nuts.
Outside, Dort. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Pass to Holmgren. For the 3. Rebound, Minnesota. DiVincenzo's got 4 rebounds in this game. Randall outside. On the wing, DiVincenzo. SGA defending. McDaniels finds Randall. Just 5 to shoot. And the dunk by Holmgren.
And given that Holmgren is 7 feet tall, he's a threat to throw it down at any time.
Randall dishes to Edwards. Here's McDaniels. Good, and the assist goes to Edwards. Edwards got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Outside, Dort. Gilgeous-Alexander, a screen on Edwards. Here's Dort. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. It's on Anthony Edwards.
6'3", 215 pounds. Lou Dort is one strong guard. Hard to handle for defenders.
A different look for Oklahoma City. Wallace is checked in for Hartenstein, and it's Mitchell in for Gilgeous-Alexander. And then for Minnesota, Reed, he's checked in for Rudy Gobert. Dosunmu comes in for Randall. And it's Conley in for Dante DiVincenzo. And he makes the first. And he makes both free throws. 1:56 left in the third quarter. Reed in the post. Defended by Holmgren. Out to Conley. Stolen by Mitchell. Here's Wallace. And he uses the glass on the layup.
I mean, if the defender is going to play off like that, then you know what's going to happen. There are going to be points put on the board.
And here's Edwards from the arc. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Well, Coach, we know there's a lot of expectations tied to a #1 pick. Sometimes they fall flat, but that has not been the case so far with Anthony Edwards.
Oh, it sure as heck hasn't, Kevin. But I think it starts with Anthony Edwards welcomed the expectations. He wanted the expectations, and he has pushed himself to play to that level on a nightly basis, and he's done it. Well, showing off his power. Reed gave the dunk everything he had.
Outside Williams. Kicks it out to Holmgren. No good with the triple. Timberwolves leading by 7. Outside Edwards. Back to McDaniel. There's the 3. Rebound by Mitchell. The Thunder shooting just 33% in the second half so far. They need to look at more high-quality shots. Pass to Edwards. Pulls up. It's hauled in by Jalen Williams.
Yeah, but the hand in the face, it's critical that you contest his shots every time down the floor.
And offensively, a great show for the fans through the first 3 quarters. It's been a fun game to watch. Timberwolves lead by 7. And coming up as soon as we return from break, the fourth quarter gets underway. Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
And, you know, you can always count on him for at least a couple of these pretty assists over the course of a game. And this one, a thing of beauty.
Well, that is what coaches want from their point guards. Set others up, play the game the right way.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. They've got Aaron Wiggins. Gilgeous-Alexander out there with Isaiah Joe. Then there's Cason Wallace. And it's Williams at the 5. That's the lineup in the game for Oklahoma City. Randall outside. It's up a 3. Reed gets the bucket. And the Timberwolves lead by 7.
Well, Reed has only become more confident as time has gone on at the arc. He will not hesitate.
Gilgeous-Alexander. And that one swishes right in.
And boy, he's really in a groove. Dominant performance last game. Same thing this time out.
Yeah, for sure. He is just oozing confidence. Thinks every shot is going in. They should just keep running sets for him.
Shea takes the hit and still gets it to go.
And good work inside. SGA will make more room for himself on the perimeter when he can be effective down low.
Back to Reed. That's in. Coming off an assist from Randall. Randall's got 6 assists in the game.
Tossing a pass to the interior. That's what you want to do. Get into the paint.
Here's Wallace. Williams for 3. Reed with the rebound. Reed's got 5 rebounds tonight. Out to Conley. Pass to Dosunmu. Williams against Reed. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Conley for 3. Hits the 3-point bomb. And it's an 8-point Timberwolves lead.
I'll tell you, you give Conley the ball and trust him to make the right decision.
Here's Wallace. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Dosunmu, the pass to Reed. A floater. Thunder with the rebound. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Wallace looking for an opening. Here's Joe. Cranes the three-pointer.
And that's right in his wheelhouse, looking to make an impact when it counts.
Well, you know this is when they lean on him, and he delivers with a much-needed score.
And a new group in here for the Thunder. Hartenstein, he's checked in for Jalen Williams. Holmgren comes in for Aaron Wiggins. Jalen Williams is checked in for Cason Wallace. And it's Dort in for Isaiah Joe. Right now, let's take a moment here to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sideline.
Over that last break, I got a chance to hear what Chris Finch said to the team. Coach had a direct message for the team saying no matter the lead, no NBA game is ever over. Do not let your guard down. We'll see if they hold on.
Okay, Allie, thank you. Holmgren rips down the rebound. Thunder have gone 5 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the fourth. Strong work at that end of the floor.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
There's no air space there whatsoever. That's as close as you can get without foul.
Outside Edwards. Shoots the three. Buries the deep ball.
Well, you need a bucket? Give it to Edwards. He's got that clutch gene.
SGA against DiVincenzo. And the layup is off. Minnesota leads by 5. Now Randall. Holmgren rips down the rebound. Edwards against Dort. SGA. No good. Timberwolves have gone 4 of 8 in this fourth quarter, shooting an even 50% from the field.
Hey, good luck stopping Edwards when he puts his head down and attacks the basket.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Trying to get open is Hartenstein.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
First team foul.
He hits the first one, and that turns the lead to 6.
And this guy just does everything. Scores, passes, good rebounder, just an all-around terrific basketball player. And great work at the line there to chip away at the lead. A few more productive trips here, and things could really get interesting.
Here's Dort. 1:12 left in the fourth quarter. Now Gilgeous-Alexander. And he gets that one to go.
How about the floor awareness by Gilgeous-Alexander? Solid at just spotting his open teammate.
Here's DiVincenzo. Outside Edwards. Gobert sees him with the putback.
Well, you got to love that Rudy Gobert was ready in a key moment.
And Mark Daigneault calls timeout. He's clearly intent on wanting to lock in and make sure everyone's on the same page. Here's SGA, and he slams it down with a one-arm hammer.
And what a shot from Gilgeous-Alexander. This guy isn't afraid of the moment. Wow.
Knocks it loose. Out of bounds. Minnesota takes possession.
Minnesota ball.
And they are in the driver's seat.
Yes, they are. If they come away with points on this trip, Katie bar the door.
Edwards inside. Defended by Dort. Holmgren with the steal.
Looking to tie it up with a big triple.
Absolutely need a 3 here.
That is world class.
Yeah, and I can say from experience, his coach just breathed a huge sigh of relief.
And Mark Daigneault calls timeout. This is a huge moment, folks, in this game. And he wants to be prepared. Well, given the scenario here, how do you approach this next possession?
This is where great coaching can pay dividends.
Well, they'll likely only get one shot at this. They need to make it count.
And he shows the focus there, nails the technical.
And you talk about coming through at the most crucial moment. What a job to tie this thing up.
To take the lead. Another chance here. And regulation now complete. We will go to overtime. And for 2K Sports, we'll be back here at Paycom Center right after this. And now we get set for overtime in what has been a stirring contest. Holmgren plays at the 4 with Hartenstein at the center spot. Gilgeous-Alexander runs things with Dort to his side. And it's Williams at the 3. Here's McDaniel. Randall. And the 3 misses.
Excellent work defensively. That's how you guard a three-point shooter of his caliber.
Oh, and he got fancy with that one.
Yeah, maybe trying to give them the momentum boost they need to break this game open. Now McDaniel. Now Gobert. Randall outside. And there's the 3.
And you don't see that kind of quickness from your bigs very often. Randall with great hands there.
Here's Dort. We're just over a minute into overtime here. Gobert there for the rebound. Minnesota's gone 1 of 2 so far in their three-point attempts in overtime. Randall against Holmgren. 3, good!
A fantastic decision-making big. Randall with the right choice there, finding the open man.
Hartenstein with the screen on it. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Outside Holmgren takes the 3. The 3 goes down.
Well, this is what he does. A proven scorer in the clutch.
Edwards going to work down low.
Well, look, it's tough to keep Edwards out of the lane and tough to stop him once he's in there.
Gilgeous-Alexander. Outside Holmgren jacks up a 3. Now Gilgeous-Alexander. They shoot again. Oh, it's in for Gilgeous-Alexander. Tough shot.
Look, you love to see this kind of team chemistry. Let's see more of that.
I think we'll see them burn the clock a bit here.
Yeah, smart move.
Well, when you need a bucket, you can go to Gobert, a high-percentage scorer who doesn't waste his attempts.
And Mark Daigneault calls timeout here. The magnitude at this juncture in the game clearly warranting a timeout. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Gobert with the block. Edwards. Count it.
Wow. These are the moments that Edwards lives for. He is dynamite in the clutch.
They've got to take the first good shot they can find.
Yeah, and it basically all comes down to this. If they come away empty here, this one's pretty much over.
And so they choose to intentionally foul.
First team foul.
Minnesota with the ball. They've led by as much as 10. And now we've got the intentional foul.
Yeah, you have to do that, though. You can't just let them dribble the game.
He drops the first one, and that gives them a 4-point cushion.
2 shots.
So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 5-point game.
Great work at the line under pressure. They're that much closer to putting this game away.
Now a timeout called by Oklahoma City. 23 seconds left in the first overtime. And what's their best move at this point?
An uphill climb. They need everything to break their way.
Well, I'm sure they'll run a play they believe in. If it works, I say try for the steal, and if you don't get it, immediate foul.
Good on the first, and that increases their lead to 6.
Julius Randle. 2 shots.
Second one is good, getting both at the line, and it's a 7-point game.
Taking care of business at the line. Converting on all those free throws helps them build this lead.
And guys, overtime not nearly as competitive as regulation. They've used up all their energy just getting it to overtime.
And so Minnesota takes the win. They escape with a victory, although they needed an extra period to get it done.
Yeah, but what a great game. I mean, both teams, I felt like, gave it their all. But when it came to OT, it was just all about sheer determination on their part.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. Here with Stan Van Gundy, Greg Anthony, and Allie LaForce, I'm Kevin Harlan, signing off for this presentation of NBA basketball. And as we leave you, we give you our player of the game, Rudy Gobert.